Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we got the Nintendo Switch 2 Direct, and in this video I want to talk about Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom Switch 2 Edition. So this is the trailer. So here it shows Tears of the
Upgrade
Kingdom
your adventures in Hyrule on the
Breath of the
Nintendo
Wild
Switch 2 system.
4K.
The Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild, and The Legend of Zelda, Tears of the Kingdom games will both have Nintendo Switch 2 editions.
So these are the remastered, updated graphics, and here's what it says about them.
Jump back into the adventure, now with enhanced resolution and frame rates.
Now look, now for me, like the Breath of the Wild,
adventure,
it does look better. So, but while the Breath of the Wild looks better,
now with enhanced resolution
it's still kind of like it looks a bit dull for me. But the graphics are definitely a lot better. It's just a little bit dull. Like, it's not too dull. Definitely better than the originals.
Frame rates.
But Tears of the Kingdom, man, does it look so clean. Like, the quality is just amazing. Yeah. And look at the Korok Forest. And this is Breath of the Wild. This one, though, does not look dull at all. It looks beautiful.
Port HDR, which makes the image more vibrant, and they have smoother, higher definition graphics.
Yep, this definitely looks really good. And then
Plus, the load times when warping are much faster, helping you explore Hyrule with ease.
Yep, so much faster, much faster. This is amazing.
If you already own the Nintendo Switch games, your save data can be carried over.
Transferring save data, that's also pretty good.
On top of that, you can
But this is the biggest improvement here.
now create 2 manual save.
Look at this. 2 save files. This is something that is needed. This should have been in the original game, but for some reason it wasn't there. So this one finally remedies this mistake. Right, this is huge. I really appreciate this change. This is much needed for this.
Data files, so feel free to start a new game without worrying about losing your old data. And introducing
now Zelda Notes. Let's look at this.
Zelda Notes, a new feature that can help you get even more out of your adventures in Hyrule. It's a game-specific service found in the Nintendo Switch app on smart devices that's exclusive to the Switch 2 editions of these games. It's designed to provide a more streamlined gameplay experience. Let's go over some of the new features you'll find in Zelda Notes.
So, the new features.
Sometimes, it can be tough to locate shrines you haven't cleared or Koroks hiding around Hyrule.
True.
That's where navigation comes in handy.
Yep, you can spot which Koroks you found and which Koroks you didn't. This is really helpful. If you want to try to get you want to get 900 Koroks in Breath of the Wild or 1000 Koroks in Tears of the Kingdom, this is really helpful. So let's check even more. Definitely a good option here.
Guidance activating. Proceed north.
It gives you directions. It's like a
It'll
GPS.
provide a helpful, voiced guide.
Yep.
Your destination is north of here and close.
Like, it's just
Your
really
destination
awesome.
is above. Your destination is nearby. You have reached your destination. Guidance deactivating.
Give it a try as you search for all sorts of things.
Voice memories. Now, let's talk about this as well.
You visit certain places, you can hear voice memories.
My study. I found a silent princess in a corner of this desolate room. How many years?
These are stories that weren't.
Yeah, I don't know if this is if this is actually Zelda's voice actor who's talking, or if this is an AI voice. I have no idea, but I like this inclusion.
In the original games. Voice memories can be located using navigation.
Your destination is nearby.
The dueling peaks. I shudder to think of what would have happened if Link hadn't led everyone here.
Yeah, that's
Plus,
really cool.
in The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, you won't just hear stories from Princess Zelda.
This altar is considered the most holy place in the temple.
Even Rauru.
You can look forward to hearing stories from 2 other characters as well.
Is this the afterlife?
Master Koga. Now, what I do want to talk about now is that here it says that Tears to Kingdom, it's not just Zelda, but in Breath of the Wild, that means that Breath of the Wild, it's likely only Zelda who talks, and you know that. Not a huge fan. Like, I wish if the champions also talked as well. They said something. I wish if that was the case as well. You know, because here Rauru and even Master Koga also talks. But in, like, in Breath of the Wild, it's just Zelda. Like, at least, like, if there's, like, a voice navigation in the Divine Beast, then at least have the champions talk there. That would be really nice. But in Tears to Kingdom, what I'm thinking is that in the surface, it's just Zelda. But in the Sky Islands, it's Rauru. And in the depths, it's Master Koga. It's like that. I mean, I do like this idea, but I wish if there's, like, more characters that speak. But this is still really cool. That the Sky and the depths have a different character talking.
Holy place in the temple.
So,
Legend of Zelda Tears of the
Audible
Kingdom,
sharing.
you can freely create your own vehicles and weapons.
we know that.
But have you ever wanted to share your creations?
Yeah. You
With
can
auto
share
build
them.
sharing, you can create QR codes to share blueprints with others, even on social media.
Like, this is really cool.
When receiving a QR code, you can scan it with Zelda Notes and use materials to auto build the creation in your game.
Yeah, Tears to Kingdom has a lot of stuff added with the Zelda Notes. Like, really good online functionality. Like,
Another
even
thing you can
share
do with
items.
QR codes is gift in-game items to other players.
Although this one, I don't know if it's just Tears to Kingdom or even Breath of the Wild has this as well.
For example, when gifting a sword or some meat, you can create a QR code.
Like, is this only in Tears to Kingdom?
Then
or is
another
this
player
also
can receive
Breath
it
of
in
the Wild?
their game via Zelda Notes.
I hope it's also in Breath of the Wild. Now, Photo Studio. Let's check this.
With Photo Studio, you can edit photos taken in-game. By sending your pics to Zelda Notes, you can crop them and decorate them with stamps.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Or add a QR code to share your
And
creations.
is this also the case for Breath of the Wild as well? I think it has to be.
My Play Data keeps track of different records since your adventures began, such as the number of enemies you've defeated.
That's really cool.
You can even earn in-app medals based on your records. Aim for new medals and goals, like total distance traveled or rupees collected.
It's a cool addition. This is really cool.
With global play data, you can see where your records rank within the global community. On top of comparing your data with other players around the world, you can also see your gameplay trends. Once per day, you can spin for a daily bonus. You'll be granted whichever in-game effect it lands on for the day, so give it a try. Good luck.
Daily bonus too. Yeah, that's a nice addition. I don't know if that's also in Breath of the Wild. It has to be in Breath of the Wild. as well.
Compatible amiibo accessories can be used to receive in-game items. Zelda Notes keeps track of each amiibo you scan. When you scan an amiibo 5 times, you'll get an additional bonus use of that amiibo that you could normally only scan once per day.
Yeah, but overall the graphics looks wonderful.
Upgrade your adventures in Hyrule on Nintendo
Especially
Switch
Tears of
2.
Kingdom. That looks way better.
The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild and The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom Nintendo Switch 2 editions. If you already own the Switch games, you can upgrade to Nintendo Switch 2 editions by purchasing upgrade packs.
Yeah, I have those
Or
two
access
games,
the
so I will
upgrade
buy
packs
the
at
upgrade
no
packs.
additional cost with a paid Nintendo Switch
Yeah,
Online plus
this one,
expansion pack
like-
membership.
Like if you have online, then it's free. So that's really awesome. So
Plus, these new
And,
amiibo
okay.
figures will also be available.
I love that they finally got an amiibo, but got a question. Why did I wait this long? Like they should have been released like at least like last year, 1 year anniversary. But I'm still glad they got an amiibo. It's really cool.
If you scan them in The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, you might receive a paraglider fabric.
That's cool. Of course. Paraglider fabric, but what about Breath of the Wild? Like they're also in Breath of the Wild too. Like you know, aside from Tulin, like the other three, they play a pretty big role as well in that game. So at least have something good for them in Breath of the Wild, like a good weapon, something. Yeah, overall,
A paraglider
Really good.
fabric.
love the added features. However, the question is, is it worth paying like $10 to $15 for a Switch 2 edition? I'm not 100% sure. Now let's look at this. The Nintendo Switch 2 edition games. Here it shows that it has contents and enhancements of the upgrade pack vary by game, so which also includes new features or additional game modes. New features or additional game modes. So Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom got new features, but additional game modes. Now let's check that. So here's Mario Party Jamboree. It says new way to play exclusive Nintendo Switch 2 Jamboree TV. An addition. You know, it's an expansion. So it's an additional game mode. And same with the Kirby too. Additional game mode. New story, star-crossed world. Added extra stuff. But in Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, it's just improved frame rates, resolution, HDR support, and Zelda nodes. That's all we got. Now, Breath of the Wild doesn't really need anything, but Tears of the Kingdom, though. Tears of the Kingdom, one thing it absolutely needs is Master Mode. Breath of the Wild has Master Mode. Tears of the Kingdom, you know, with fusion, just kill gold monsters and fuse their horns to get super strong weapons. That would be wonderful. Please, if you're... I hope Nintendo, please, have Master Mode in the Switch 2 edition. Make the expansion cost like $5-10 more than Breath of the Wild. Overall, Breath of the Wild, though, I don't find it to be that much worth. Like, if it's like $20, it's most certainly not worth paying $20 for an upgraded version if you already have the original. But if it's like $10, I guess so. But you know, with Nintendo Switch Online plus expansion pack, that's free. So yeah, Tears of the Kingdom. You know, we all wanted DLC, but we never got DLC. We did get a new Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment. That is a video for that's another video, but this one, you know, Master Mode, please give us Master Mode. Charge like $5-10 more, like $5 more, or if you're greedy, $10 more for the Master Mode than Breath of the Wild. But please, Master Mode, right? And Trial of the Sword too, but definitely Master Mode. Overall, though, Tears of the Kingdom definitely has a lot more stuff, and Breath of the Wild too. you know, also it has some good stuff. The biggest seller is that there's an additional game file. You can have 2 files instead of 1. That is like the best thing. It absolutely needed that. But with that said, you know, overall the games graphically they look really good, and you can have 2 save files, which is a seller and must needed change and happened. They fixed that issue. So yeah. But with that said, that's gotta do it for this video. If you like this video, hit that like button and subscribe to my channel. And next time I'll be talking about Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment. And take care, everyone.